think that the black Americans have been the only real diehard Americans here, because we're the only ones who carried the process through the process. That everyone else has to sort of like skip stages. We're the ones who marched, we're the ones who carried the Bible, we're the ones who carried the flag, we're the ones who tried to go through the courts. And being born American didn't seem to matter. Because we were born Americans, but we still had to fight for what we were looking for. And we still had to go through those channels and those
I don't really care what you have to say. Facts over fiction is the motto replay. Muhammad Ali came up from the clay. Grassroots built up this USA. Now knowing your history, you'll get played. Equip yourself cause you came to slay any opponent that's up in our way. Look at Malcolm X and his delivery.
What's up, family? What's up? Hope everyone is doing well. This is a wonderful Thursday. Yes, this is a Thursday. My name is Umoya with Emend, the Mass Media Group, in the building, and I'd like to introduce and reintroduce my brother Samuel Brown. How you doing, sir?
Yo, what up? What up, you? I'm good. Thank you. About yourself?
Doing well, brother. Doing well, brother. So if you want to reintroduce yourself, about a minute or so to the family, and then we are going to get busy with this masterclass.
Wow, right on. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. Shout out to the whole ETM family. Y'all already know. If you don't know, my name is Samuel Nathaniel Brown. I'm the founding director of the Team P program. I am a spoken word poet. I'm a musician. I'm a voice for many people who, have been silenced by the system of oppression. I work inside of the prisons. I work inside of the communities. And I'm always ever a student. So that's me, and I'm happy to be here today. It's an honor and pleasure.
Thanks, brother, for coming through. I'm just going to check to make sure that our audio is good. Let me just make sure we are good, family. So thanks. While you're here, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, the audio is good. All right, family. So we're going to do a little something different this evening. We've got about 20 minutes or so. So yeah, this is actually kind of an experiment in the making. We're going to go ahead and make this work, make this happen, and do what it do. This particular masterclass is called Word Power. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to do different types of master classes, but today we're just going to build on words because words do have power. As a matter of
They
fact,
do.
before we start, just do a quick housekeeping. In this picture, all right, you have myself in the middle. If you're looking at the screen, I'm on the right with the reparations now and cut the check hat on. Go to etmmediagroupstore.com to get latest merch. And my brother, which if you're looking at the screen on the left, a tad bit taller, Mr. Samuel Brown.
Just a smidgen, just a smidgen.
Just smidgen. Tad
That's
bit
right. You can
smidgen
pick up
taller.
some of our gear at 10pprogram.org. Check us out.
Absolutely. Go check that brother out as well. So this quick disclaimer, all right, Sam and myself, all right, these are our own opinions and our own words. We do not represent, even though we do own these organizations, we do not represent these organizations by our own words, so forth. So these are just our opinions. So just a quick disclaimer on that.
Thank you for that.
All right, family. So we're going to try a little something a little different. So what we're going to do is we're going to present a word. All right. So I guess I will start first, just as an example. And then we're going to put a timer on the clock. And basically, I'm going to let, Samuel, I'm going to say the definition, say the word, say the definition of the word. And then from that word, we're just going to build on that word. As I explained to Sam a little bit earlier, and if you have any comments in the chat to improve this, we definitely like to know. Because this is a start.
Interesting.
It is going to be interesting.
And
Go ahead,
mind you, make sure you let them know that neither one of us have any idea of the words that we're going to choose for the other person to talk about.
Absolutely no clue. All right. So basically, we're going to say the word, say the definition, give a little etymology, history of the word. And within those 5 minutes, it could be anything that's coming out of our mouths. So we could be talking on a macro, micro, individual, who knows, man. But this is, I wanted to do something more spontaneous and something where we can build, right? And just not even like think too hard about it, right? So, because Sam and I, we have these deep conversations. I was like, man, let's take it to the platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
So, all right, brother. So let's do it. Let's begin. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. Let me take down this one here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see here. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that transition. Oh, hold on a second. Transition. Okay. All right. Sam, can you see the word on the screen? It might not be like super easy, but can you see something on there?
I see hyperbole.
Hyperbole, yes, sir. Hyperbole. Okay, so that's the word we're going to start with. All right, and once I click on that clock, then we're basically going to have 5 minutes to build on that, and then within this, I'm going to say the name, and then actually it's on there. So we're going to say the name, and I'm going to say a little etymology, a little history, and from there, since I was the one who presented the word, then you go ahead and you build off of it. We just have 5 minutes to do so, and then we will go to the next word. Sound like a plan, bro?
It does.
Okay. All right, bro. Let's see here. All right, let me go ahead and get the clock done real quick. All right, man, we're on live, man. People hit me up, bro. And I'm trying to start. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But it is what it is. Hold on a second, man.
You know, it don't stop.
I know, right? All
This
right,
is such an interesting word, man. Hyperbole.
Hyperbole, yes, hyperbole. All right, man. Okay, here we go. let's see here. Hyperbole. All right, so let me get the clock up. And let's see. Okay, can you guys see the clock? Okay, yes, the timer has started. All right, hyperbole. Obvious and intentional exaggeration. An extravagant statement or figure of speech not intended to be taken literally, as to wait an eternity. First recorded in 1520, 1530 from Greek hyperbole, excess, exaggeration, a throwing beyond, equivalent to hyper plus bole, a throw. All right, brother, I'm gonna let you go in, do what you feel like you need to do, and then I'll go ahead and elaborate after you. But we got about 4 minutes and some change to talk about this word, brother.
Okay, let's have at it. So the first thing that comes to mind for me was Dr. Richard, I believe, M. Goss, in his book Rebirth of the Gods. And in that book, he had these chapters entitled Let Your Medicine Be Your Food and Your Food Be Your Medicine. So when I think of hyperbole, I think of medicine and poison, because I think of the imagination. And I think of the ability for imagination to run off with a person's reality. And I look around us all, how I grew up in the communities, and people like live hyperbole. And
all right, Sam, you cannot a little bit, brother.
Money they make to bring the company have going on. So I said people exaggerate their accomplishments and the things that they do, from sexual exploits all the way to financial, and that could be detrimental to you. However, I also see hyperbole being the catalyst for activating the imagination that can inspire a person to do incredible things. So that's why I say I can see it being medicine and poison, because in today's world, you can have a person who's still living at their mama house, but they have this car with all these big ass rims and stuff, and they have no financial literacy because they live in this hyperbolic lifestyle or thought process. However, at the same time, you can find somebody that's growing up in a system impacted environment who's like, man, I'm strong as an ox, or I'm resilient as this oak tree. And that gives them the inspiration to get through by activating that part of the tree of life in their imagination. So that's what comes up for me. The medicine and the poison, and how it can activate the imagination to either work for you or harm your reality.
All right, brother. I want to. Yeah, I don't want to cut your wisdom, but yeah, is there any more you want to say? It's all good. We're just building.
No. That's my first installment on that.
Okay. All right. So let me just veggie back on that, because I'm plant-based. But if you're not, it's all good. I mean, you do what you need to do. You can you can piggyback if you need to, but I will veggie. Elaborate with my brother Sam, and let's build, man. Okay, hyperbole, obvious and intentional exaggeration. Let's look at it from. Let's take the macro side of things, especially in our society that we live in today. If we talk about the Trumpster himself and a lot of other U.S. presidents that have quote unquote led this great country that people who were enslaved in this country built. Sometimes we would look at the things that they say, as taking serious, but oftentimes, the things that what they mean to say oftentimes doesn't come to fruition. So a lot of what they have to say, in my humble opinion, is what they call hyperbole, right? An intentional exaggeration. There's probably many examples that we can go through in terms of things that could be exaggerated, i.e., some of the past presidents talking about reparations, and we can look at it from their stance and then thinking it as a joke, as a hyperbole. But for those that have been advocating, and for those who fought onto this land, every war that our descendants have fought, definitely haven't looked at what we're doing in terms of this reparations just claim as hyperbole, brother. So that is it, and we are done.
Okay. One down.
One down. All right. All
And
right,
that was
sir.
just two
So
two very contrasting perspectives on that word. That was very awesome. I like that.
dope, bro. Dope. All right. So let me I guess let's go with your word, brother. And then if you can family give me about a minute to kind of get the graphic up, and then we will continue with the next word in the building. All right, sir.
All right.
What
Let's
word do you
get it.
have, man?
Man, I kind of want to make a little trouble, but I'm gonna wait to the next round to make trouble. And I'm
All
gonna
right.
play fair, play nice a little bit. So I'm gonna say inculcate. Inculcate.
In-
Inculcate. Inculcate.
Inculcate. All right. So, family, we are going to build on this word called inculcate. All right. So, as it comes up, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing ready here. All right. So, let's see here. Okay. Inculcate.
Let's
Let's
see
see.
what you say.
All right. Let's see here. Yes, we are doing this on the fly, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciate your patience as we make this thing happen. Okay. All righty. Let's see. We are almost there. Okay. Let's see here. All right, let me make sure that this looks decent on the screen because I don't want to make anything look crazy. All right.
All right, there it is.
Okay, let's see. Okay, transition. All right, inculcate. All right, so we got the word. Let me put up the timer. And man, where's that timer, bro? Okay. All right, I got many different things going on here. All right, so let's see here.
That's all right. You're a man of many talents. So you holding it down.
All right, bro. All right, so let's see here.
And this is so incredible that we're doing this because at the same time, it makes me think of Malcolm X, man. You know, Malcolm X went to the pen and he would read the dictionary at night. As many people who know his story know. He learned the entire dictionary of his time.
Absolutely.
Every single word. He learned the entire dictionary and then he walked out. You know what I mean? And the rest is history and legacy. And so the fact that we're doing this with these words, I just think that's so awesome. Yeah, the words are powerful.
Yeah, man, we got to elevate. You know what I mean? Elevate our mind, elevate our consciousness, elevate our vocabulary, because words do have power, brother. All right, so let's get started. Inculcate. An implant by repeated statement or admonition. Teach persistently and earnestly, usually followed by upon or. First recorded in 1540 to 1550 from Latin inculcatus, past participle of inculcare, to trample, impress, stuff in, equivalent to inculc, variant in nominational position of calc, stem of calx, heel. All right, and there's some Greek letters or Latin letters there. Um, all right, inculcate, to implant by repeated statement or admonition. Teach persistently and earnestly. All right, brother. So I guess I'll go in, and then
All right,
if you want to elaborate, my turn. All right,
do it.
inculcate. All right, so here let's kind of like step back here and kind of think about this. I like to go from the macro and then kind of then go down to the micro. All right, so if we understand about something that's continuously repeated, right, and we teach it persistently and earnestly, as the definition says. Um, Now, when we implant something, right, that means something that is at least perceived to be something that hopefully people will get ingrained into their psyche, into their consciousness. Some people can look at as an implant as something that's a physical implant. Unfortunately, we could look at the negative and the positive of it. Um, but hopefully if something is embedded into something into the mind and it's in a positive nature, I think our good brother um, who is on the beginning of this live here, Gil Scott Heron, said the revolution will not be televised, right? So we're consistently implanting and putting that knowledge and information into your head, my head, to make sure that we live a positive and a just life. As Gil Scott Heron said, the revolution will not be televised because the revolution always starts in the mind. All right, brother, I'll let you go on that one.
Nice, nice. So jumping right in, as we teaching people about words. When you read the definition, that was the denotation, and then when we give it in our own words, that's the connotation. So for me to connote on inculcate, the first thing that comes to my mind is oppression. This is a word I learned while I was inculcated. And as I studied, I was like,
All
oh,
right,
I see how
Sam,
this
can
is
you say that one
about
more time?
me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you say that one more time, brother? You kind of went out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. What can you hear me? Oh, I said while I was incarcerated, I learned this word. And as I study myself and I study society, like looking at the macro all the way down to the micro, I realized that these views of myself were inculcated into me, thinking that I was incapable of living a legal and legitimate life and getting ahead, thinking that I couldn't have love or be worthy of love, um, thinking just terrible things. They were I wasn't born this way. Like emotional illiteracy was inculcated into me through the social, legal, emotion, educational, and economic and political systems. So when I think inculcate, I think about how so many of us are told to basically stay in our place. I even think reparations. I think the Willie Lynch letter. I think about how they said they were set into place uh, a chain of events that would perpetuate itself unless something cataclysmic came. And every single time, like in the Willie Lynch letter, they was like, find the strongest, the meanest, the toughest, the leader of them all, and tear them down in front of all of the people to break their will. That's a form of inculcation. And so when you look through the generations, and I wrote about this in my book, I haven't published it yet. When you look through the generations, then you see tear down Malcolm, Martin, Mega, just all in front of our eyes. It's the same process over and over and over again. And what they're seeking to inculcate is that you don't stand up against this system. I mean, like even with the fight for reparations, they act like they're with it, they act like they're supporting it, and they try to put a rug up under your feet and try to inculcate that you can only get so far, or you all only work so much. So when I think the word inculcate, I think about how they try to beat into us to see ourselves as less than and unworthy, and it's a word that we all should be aware of. So we be mindful of not being inculcated or dictated to about our worth and our value and what we're capable of accomplishing. And that's what comes up for me. On that
All
one.
right, brother. Boom. You know what, man? We're gonna have to do this one, man. We're gonna have to do this one. Fire, bro.
I love
All right,
that.
man. So
Thank
since this was kind of a test, and we were like about 5 minutes in or to our end of our program, let's stop there. And I think next time, we might go an hour, might do a half an hour. But let me kind of go through. I meant to go through them housekeeping, but it is what it is. When you
This
have
is
a
a
chance,
great
check
pilot.
out. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. The one thing, brother, that I told myself, man, in 2025 going in 2026 is, I said for myself, and I recommend everybody do this. If you have an idea or if you have or concept, just go through with it. No matter what people say, they might
I
call
support
you
that.
corny, they might call you whatever. It don't even matter. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, let me go back to, by the way, go to reparations now, which my good brother Sam is dropping some knowledge and wisdom, not only in this one, check that out on Tubi, but we also have reparations now, part 2 coming out in 2026.
Great work.
Once again,
Great work, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. E10mediagroupstore.com to help us support this. And if you go shop, I know, on Amazon, but if you happen to shop there, it's in the description, a link. You can support us there. It's all free. If you shop there, go do what you need to do. Help us keep doing what we're doing. All right. So what was actually the progenitor, or what actually came out, kind of the idea, what sprung out of this, right, is this picture. Not necessarily the one in the center, because I believe that picture we took in Los Angeles at the Center for Black Power.
Correct.
I think
In
CJ and Black Lives Matter LA. I think we had like a reparations community listening session there, and that's when me and my brother Sam
That's right.
linked up, met up there, took that picture. But he actually invited me, and Sam, if you want to kind of talk about, since we have a little bit more time, about the picture, the 10P program, what you invited me to, and how we actually talked about, I think at the time you called it pro something. You just got to refresh my memory, and then I elaborated on pro something. But anyway, brother, if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, it'd be an honor. Yeah, y'all. So again, my name is Samuel Nathaniel Brown, founder of the 10P. That's the number 10 and the letter P program. You can learn more about us at 10pprogram.org. And so the pictures that you all are looking at is us at Sacramento State University. We have a partnership with Sac State University, and we run community circles there. We used to run them in the neighborhood, and now with our partnership, we're actually running them on campus. And they are healing circles. Healing circles is almost hackneyed. So many people saying that. But our circle, Legends and Leaders, is a circle of restoration for men where we transform trauma into triumph. And so I invited you, and you came out, and I was so happy that you came out, and we had an opportunity to not only receive tools, but also pass on tools, how to process traumas and the things that people deal with that oftentimes lead to making bad decisions. For those of y'all who don't know, I served 24 years in prison. I was sentenced to life in prison, and while I was there, I did a great deal of maturing and evolving. The one thing I did was create a theory of emotional illiteracy-based criminality. And that's the founding principle of the 10P program. And we believe that emotional literacy is something that everyone can benefit from. And emotional illiteracy is why people from communities of color and all people, quite frankly, turn to committing crime. And so this circle was about preventing the youth from taking those paths, and also about helping the formerly incarcerated and people who've never been incarcerated all just sit down and realize that we have more in common than we like to talk about generally. And we have these circles every month. You're welcome to join. If you want to learn more, please RSVP or just reach out at learnabout10p at gmail.com, or you can go to 10pprogram.org and leave your information, and we'll reach back out to you. So thank you for that, you. I'll let you know the next one is taking place on the second Saturday of October, which is October, I think it's the, let me check.
The second week, let me see, on that Saturday? Are you going to have it on Saturday or Sunday?
It's the third Saturday. I'm sorry. It'll be the 25th of October.
All right, 25th of October. All right, family. Yeah, definitely let us know. I mean, I don't know how much, public announcement you want to make it, but you can definitely let us know, and we'll spread the word depending on how much promotion you want us to do on it.
Please put it out there, brothers, uncles, cousins, nephews. If the aunties got somebody they want to send, they got one listeners or son, somebody that they think need to be around positive energy, positive male energy, send them. We helping people get into college, we helping people get jobs, we helping process traumas. But it's not just talking, we also offering resources. The last circle you saw 4 people get enrolled.
I'm sorry, Sam, you cut out. You said you did 4 people that did what?
We want as many people to show up as possible.
Gotcha. Okay, so you said 4 people got promoted
in Sac State University.
Oh, man, that's wonderful, students. Brother. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful news.
Right off the street.
Wow.
So it's not just talk. Yeah, man. Thank you for those youngsters that was in the circle with us. They went through the process to enroll in school.
See, man, that is beautiful, brother. Like, and this is what the word and the work, what it takes, right? You coming out and showing to the society that, look, I may have done this, but my trajectory is totally different, right, man? So, brother, I'm proud of you. Keep up the great work, getting our young brothers and sisters enlightened,
right.
Their subconscious and their conscious to do great work every day, even with the tools that they think that we don't have. But whatever we do have, we got to make it work as best as we possibly can, brother. So thank you for that. I'm going to go to a couple of these comments. Not a lot, but in tradition, got to do this. All right. So shout out to L.A. Hopkins. Peace to you. Good evening. Praying all is well with everyone. Absolutely. And can't forget about our good brother, the one and only, Mr. Chris Lawson. Thank you, sir.
Hey, what up, Chris?
Chris, talking about general, straight up, man. Chris, man, there's not even enough words, man, to say about this brother, man. The time and the dedication that he puts in, not only for reparations, man, but the American Freedman family, but the human family in general, man. I mean, he's a living legend already, and I know he's gonna be like, Moya, stop.
Yeah. No, it's true. If you stop, I'm gonna start. Look, if you stop, I'm gonna start, because I don't even know how he does it. I don't know when you sleep.
Right.
I don't know if you just plug up and just re-energize and get right back out there and continue fighting for the people, man. Call him the general, because it's true. You're amazing. The brother's highly intelligent, very knowledgeable, and always at the forefront fighting for us. And many people don't even know the brother's name, but he's fighting for all of us. So, yeah, definitely lift you up.
Absolutely. Shun C, thank you for another great video. All right, so I know that's abbreviated for something. I know you. So I won't say your full name. But thank you, sister, for coming through. I appreciate, and this sister be doing some great work in the background, man, for the American Freedmen. So yeah, thank you, everybody. We wanted to try something a little bit different than the usual, stuff that we talk about. Hopefully this has been some value to you. Even when you're in spaces at your job, or you're in spaces you might be debating, even though I believe, as our good brother, Dr. John Herbert Clark said, I debate with my equals, all others I teach. But anyway, I digress. Look up words. If you don't understand, inculcate. I just learned something new today. right? I didn't know that word. So thank you, brother Sam, for enlightening me. But before we go, I did mention there's something that you said, and I keep forgetting. I know it was pro something, and then I elaborated. I know it wasn't proactive, but it was pro something. So can you elaborate on, or do you remember what that word was when we were talking to the men in the 10P program a couple weeks ago?
Is it pro-social?
There it goes. Pro-social and anti-social. Yes, sir. All right. So you want to briefly elaborate it on it, and then we will go ahead and wrap it up.
100%. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat, General Chris, all the way down to everybody that pulled up for us today. And so, yes, that's very crucial. I'm happy that you brought that up. When I was in prison, serving all that time, they told me, they said, Mr. Brown, one day you can come home if you just rehabilitate. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what the hell is rehabilitation? I don't even know what that is or what it looks like. And when you walk into the prison system, there's nobody standing there saying, hey, I'm rehabilitated. This is what rehabilitation looks like. And so I had to learn. But it took me many years of making a lot of more bad decisions before I learned. And those bad decisions, every 115, every disciplinary report, every time I got into an officer or had a violent anything, or just a simple correction, and they put it in my file, they use that to say that I was an unreasonable risk to society and my anti-social personality disorder persists. So if I got a 115 for just having a sheet on the door so people couldn't see me while I'm, they say that makes me an unreasonable risk to society and shows that my anti-social personality disorder persists. So upon realizing this, I was like, if anti-social is the linchpin to keep me in the pen, then obviously pro-social must be the cure to get me out. And so once I realized that, and I started doing all this studying, and I started learning about emotional literacy, adverse childhood experiences, and social ecology, cognitive behavioral therapy, conduct disorder, and I read the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, and I realized, I'm like, well, emotional literacy and pro-social behavior are the holy grail of rehabilitation and freeing one's mind, and not just from being incarcerated in prison, but also the prisons that people find themselves in the community outside of the prison as well. And so that's why you heard me bring up being pro-social, having social capital, being able to know people outside of your community, professionals, being able to have a support network, somebody you can sit down and talk to. That's pro-social. Being able to write what you're going through, being able to interact with folks outside of your space community. These are all pro-social activities that help us become well-rounded individuals. And when we deny that, and we're like put into this so-called vacuum where we only deal with one group of people exclusively, it starts changes our growth and our ability to evolve and be our full self. So it's crucial for us, especially from system impacted communities, to make sure that we be as pro-social as possible, that we empathetic towards one another, that we show grace to one another, that we be kind to one another, because it's easy to spin the block with 100 rounds. It's easy to go sell some dope to the person you grew up with. It's easy to jack folks. All that stuff is easy, but for being kind, doing what's unexpected, and everybody expect you to do wrong, that's not so easy. That builds character. And that's pro-social, and that's what healing is. So that's why you hear talk about that group view, and thank you for that opportunity, bro.
All right, brother. Well, keep up the great work, man, and thank you for coming through. And you know we got to do this again, brother. Got to definitely do this one again. We only got 2 words in, but 2 words is better than none. All right, family. Right. So thanks everybody for showing up. You know, I don't know when the next time I'm going to do this, but I know it benefited me, and for those that will listen on the replay, I'm sure it will benefit you to go out there and whatever you want to do, whatever inspires you, regardless if it's activism, advocacy work, or in the creative field, in the intellectual field, or if you want to go dance, I don't know, whatever you feel like you want to better yourself with, and please. So, ma'am, I'm gonna get whatever suits you, brother. So I'll give you the last 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna wrap it up and hit this this outro video, brother. So go ahead. You got the floor.
Thank you. So I read a lot of text when I was incarcerated, and I got real familiar with the power of the word. And it's the power of the word that allowed me to get out. It's the power of the word that has allowed me to accomplish everything that I'm doing today. And it's the power of the word that's going to keep allowing me to be successful. So it's incumbent upon everyone that's tuned into this station right now to make it a point to go like 3 new words or something a day. And if you really want to learn 3 new words from every alphabet a day. That's what I used to do when I was in school. It would serve you to do so and give you more words, more words to you love. Program,
All right.
ETM, we out.
All right, thank you for that, brother. You broke up a little bit, but I think I heard you say learn at least 3 words a day. Is that correct?
I did. I said learn at least 3 words a day, and if you're really feeling invigorated, learn at least 3 words from each alphabet a day.
Woo! Man, you truly want to master, man. That's a real master class there, brother.
I mean,
all right, family.
That's what I used to do when I was in the pen in the hole.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Great, brother. Great, brother.
Well, it's an honor and pleasure being here, you. Thank you for that, man. I just want to say 10P program and ETN, we out, man.
We are out. As always, family, y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Peace and obviously reparations. See ya.
Please move item 7172 to the inactive file.
I just want to know, what did you know about bills not being brought to the floor? There were 2 critical reparations bills, Senate Bill 1403 and Senate Bill 13.
Forgive me, because there's over 1,000. I'm not very good at the numeric, but
it's gonna. The analysis said it's only a couple $1 million to stand it up.
Peanuts.
And his response was, we want to do it in a different way. We don't want to do it through creating a whole new bureau. We want to do it through the UC system.
So this is Assemblyman Mr. Bryan. He's mad I brought up the reparations vote. So he's preventing me from speaking. And he's trying to block my access to it.
Madam Speaker, I ask that we take up file item 71, SB 1331.
If you decide to start your family tree even without the DNA, 8 or 9 times out of 10, you're going to find your family.
A great number of African Americans can trace their lineage to the period of enslavement.
Lamert was developed by Walter H. Lamert, and in his designing this area, he actually had covenants to where they would not sell to black people.
I supported the bill all session.
Then bring the bill.
Will you vote?
CLBC, can you give them a grade 1 to 10?
This current crop, as of now, it's a negative.
Vote for the bill, Mr.
Bring the bill.
Will you vote for the bill?
Bring it up.
Will you vote for reparations?
Bring it up.
I would love it.
Bring it up.
Let's vote for reparations
Bring
together.
It's a spirit of anti-blackness, and we must call it out. And so I'm going to call out on August 31st, 2024, that the California Legislative Black Caucus, the majority of them, and the governor allowed the enemy to use them to try to keep us down and keep us as bottom-class citizens.
Just think that all the other members have at least about 10 years left. So we're not going anywhere.
I've heard it slightly changed, and some of the advocates who were part of the coalition last go around are now expressing concerns of whether or not they'll still be able to stand behind it if those changes are not corrected.
In so many years, it will hardly be no black folks left in California. We love y'all, we thank y'all, and we demanding reparations right now.
First of all, America, from the evidence that they gave us, you're guilty.
What happened on August 31st, 2024 was a betrayal.
We know that if we don't have our hand in this process as much as we possibly can, it can be corrupted from the outside. So in terms of our role isn't done until they're issuing the checks for our reparations.
The time for reparations is now.
Yeah. Right now. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want?